And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man that they think I am at home. Oh no, no, no. I'm a rocket man. Rocket man burning out his fuse up here alone. Hi again.
Hello, hello.
Hello. So, yeah, we did a original take of our initial reactions to the Rocketman trailer, which unfortunately got thrown in a dumpster fire, aka my screen recording program screwed up. So now we're doing a trailer discussion. We'll quickly go over the trailer. Yeah. Yeah, you were singing, Rocketman in the original take. Oh man, but
it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. We're here. We're discussing the trailer now. We're gonna watch it again. But Gaby, literally after we got done with the first take, you said you watched it another 3 times.
No. Yes.
Yes.
It was that good. I loved it so much.
Yeah, did you notice things? We'll show them the trailer first before we talk about it, but yeah, so do you want to just, get in the trailer first before we accidentally spoil some things about it?
Let's do this.
Yeah, and yeah, for the people watching, yes, Elton John is dressed like a baseball player. But, okay, so as I hold back a burp, let's check it out again. You ready?
Okay.
3,
Yeah!
2, 1, go.
There are moments in a rock star's life that define who he is. Where there was darkness, there is now you. And it's going to be a wild ride.
Oh, that's so shot right there. Oh.
And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. Oh no, 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 I'm a rocket man. Rocket man, I'm burning out his fuse up here alone.
Yeah. So again, really quick teaser trailer, and oh shit, I should have went through some of the details about the movie before we got started. As you might have seen, if you guys saw in the description, Taron Egerton, who you guys may know, played Eggsy in Kingsman, and that gorilla character you see here in Sing, which I kind of joked.
His name is Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny.
I think, yes, Johnny.
Which I kind of joked when we did our first take, saying he's saying I'm still standing in Sing, so how's it gonna differentiate? Yeah, but I was even saying maybe the producers who you told me that Elton John himself and his partner David Furnish were actually producing this. Maybe they looked at Sing and they saw, oh, Taron Egerton saying I'm still standing, and shit, what if Elton John, he actually, if he himself actually said, yeah, I like this guy, he sung my song pretty good, oh my god, if that was the reason.
I wouldn't be surprised, because Elton John, he's really cool like that, I know one of the main things that, I found, I found out right after, really getting into his music, was he actually made a few songs. No, he made a song with the band Fall Out Boy, and then after that they basically took one of his songs, Saturday Night's Alright.
Mm-hmm.
We're fighting. Basically, I think what happened was he gave them permission or something of the sort to record their own version of it, which is freaking amazing. So he's really cool about that kind of stuff. He'll be like, oh yeah, you sing good.
Yeah.
I like your stuff, and Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying, if, like, Elton John, the guy himself who, is saying I'm still standing, like Taron Egerton, you know what I'm saying? It's that kind of a thing where the original, like, artist is just like, yeah, I like your rendition of my song.
That's why I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case, because I can definitely see it happening. Like,
Yeah.
ah,
Mm-hmm. And,
ah, ah. Okay.
I'm really trying hard not to refer to our original take, but for some background on Rocketman, we basically like expected that it was going to be some like at least for me, I expected it to be kind of like Across the Universe, which is, as you guys know, is a movie that tells a story using Beatles songs. And even though Across the Universe, it's not a biopic, like it's not about the Beatles, it uses a lot of Beatles references, like many of their songs, like the main character is named Jude, a reference to Hey Jude. But I was expecting like a lot of really surreal scenes like we saw in Across the Universe. Like there was a scene, this really trippy scene where Bono from U2 comes out and sings I'm the Walrus. And there's a scene where I think they were showing the Vietnam War, and when they were showing planes dropping bombs, they, turned them into like strawberries splattering all over the place. So I was expecting, some kind of, like it was going to be a biopic, but it told its story in like a very surreal musical kind of way.
Oh, that's where the thingy comes from, like in the front on the cover, the big on Across the Universe.
I don't think so.
Well, cause this thingy, I show you. I send you pic. Because I just looked it up, and this is like one of the first things that came up.
Oh, yeah, I see. Yeah. You're talking about the poster, right?
Yeah.
Huh, I
Yeah.
never noticed that.
I thought that was a heart.
Yeah, me too. but anyway, people behind Rocketman, they're really trying to say, it's, not just a biopic. We're turning this into an epic musical fantasy, as they said on Twitter. Like their tweet says, I quote, Taron Egerton starts in Rocketman, an epic musical fantasy about the uncensored human history of Sir Elton John's breakthrough years, experienced it in theaters summer 2019. And even Taron Egerton himself was trying to basically, sell it as, this isn't, the kind of straightforward biopic you're used to. Like he says, quote, everyone thinks it's a biopic. It isn't. It's a musical fantasy, so it's actually his songs, referring to Elton John, used to express important beats in his life at emotional moments. He's not the only character that sings It's Going to Be Fun. So, yeah, and I gotta say, I honestly thought the trailer was a lot more grounded than I expected. Like, the first time I watched it, I almost didn't notice, like, the different costumes that Elton was wearing. But, Gabby, you pointed out the one where he's, like, wearing horns, and we thought that maybe it's gonna be, like, whenever, like, he's dressed up, it's more how Elton John sees himself, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I think more than anything, if let's say he himself was behind part of the decisions of the wardrobe, I'd imagine he'd take liberties to kind of like emote through whatever wardrobe he picks out.
It's also
trying to
a
find
good
out.
reference because, Elton John, especially in his early days, was really well known for wearing some really over-the-top costumes.
Oh yeah, there's another one near the beginning. I'm trying to find that.
I think
Where
I know
he
what
basically looks like a Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
It
it's
looks
21.
like
He's like it's like this yellow outfit with a crown and wings.
yeah,
right?
like a queen.
Yeah.
Which yes, he is absolutely a majestic queen. Heck yes. Of course, that's probably not what he means by it. But he just looks so fabulous in it. I can't.
Yeah,
Too
I
fabulous.
get you.
Oh.
And we were also talking about how because both Elton John and his partner David Furnish are, they're producing the movie, we think that you basically said that you thought it was like a great way because if it was just Elton himself, he would be the one to say, no, I didn't do that, or I don't like how it's told, but because, his partner, the one person in his life that would know him maybe even better than he knows himself,
Well, more than that, I feel like he would probably be pushed to hold, like, he probably wouldn't be able to put in as much of an input
Mm-hmm.
if the producer was someone other than uh, David.
David
David.
Furnish.
Yeah, because that's one of the like the horror stories you always hear from Hollywood, where it's like, yeah, the producer, if the producer doesn't understand what you're trying to do, or trying to explain, then good luck. It's probably not going to come out in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But we have the advantage that not only is Elton, you know, working on it with David, but they're both producing it together. So both people in charge of producing understand the details of the story that's being worked with a lot better, heck, than probably even most of the crew. Like everyone underneath them working, which is one of the best things you can get
Mm-hmm.
when you're working on a film. I rem- yeah, I remember taking going to class for a screenwriting class that I'm taking just now, and yeah, that was one of the things. That was one of the things we got to meet the writer for My Cousin Vinny and Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that he said that it's like when you're writing, especially, one of the hardest things is like writing jokes. Since he was talking about comedies, for example, where it was like, how did he put it? He said, basically, when you go up and up and up and up, showing people you're writing,
Mm-hmm.
like the first group of people that you show them, they'll laugh, they're hysterical, they're getting it, they're like, oh my god, that's hilarious, and then you start going up and then up and then up, and the laughter starts going down until you get up to the very higher ups, in this case the producers, and they're like, I don't get it.
It sounds like what happened on Blazing Saddles.
Yeah,
Movie.
so it's just like stuff like that, and like that's why I'm so happy that that we have David producing this awesome freaking movie, because he's absolutely gonna get most of the stuff, and not to mention along with Elton. And if he doesn't get anything, Elton will be right there, like, oh, that's because this happened. And
Yeah.
it's like, oh!
And yeah, we were getting into it, and the trailer was also getting into, they're pushing us. This is the uncensored history. Like, I would say I've been an Elton John fan, like lifelong, if you count his Lion King songs. But it wasn't until I got older and I discovered, like on the radio, there's this what's this really cool song, and then I look it up. Oh, it's called Your Song, and that's Elton John. Like, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I just didn't know, like, what he sounded like when he was younger, and from there I discovered more of his songs. But as I started learning more about him, like especially in his like younger days, Elton has had a really crazy history. Like he was when he was on the Today Show back when we didn't know that MacLeod was a big monster. He said in his book, like Elton said in his book, that when he was younger, his life was consumed by like cocaine, booze, and who knows what else.
Oh yeah.
He came out as, being gay at a very controversial time, and just, there's a lot of, stories in there, and they were even, like, kind of hinting, especially with the drug and alcohol stuff in the trailer, you see him drinking. There's one part where he's, like, on a stretcher, like, he's got the oxygen mask.
Yeah, and
it's just like, oh, no, what happened? So it's just like, yeah, we're going there, and, we even, like, said that, like Elton John, he doesn't even seem like he seems like the kind of person where somebody who doesn't know much about him is like, oh, you must, live a really glamorous life. And I said that Elton would just be like, the stories I could tell.
Oh yeah, and then you look at how he's going about life right now. Like, he himself said that the main thing he's going to do right after he retires is going to settle down and just spend time with his family. It's so fun. But then you look at that and you're like, oh, he must have been a really calm guy. He was a family man. Raising kids and.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
he could be pretty opinionated, but he's definitely, seems like a family man.
that's true. Like, you see that, but then you realize, like, this is happening, like, after all this craziness over, like, decades, it's just kind of like, yeah, I know he's not. he wasn't always like that. In fact, I don't know. I have a small feeling that he's still gonna want to be like around. Probably not like making making music, or if only like a few songs, if any, possibly. But I'm pretty sure he's still gonna have that itch to like do something, cause, whoo.
Yeah, in some way, like, I think he said that, he's gonna retire from touring, but I still think he's still gonna be relevant.
Oh, definitely. I think that, that's very much better put. But, even then, like, what I'm saying is, like, kind of like the image that he's been given now is way different than how he's been for most of his career. So it's just kind of like, wait, what? And I think he's trying. I think one of the good things from this is going to be like, yeah, we're going to be able to look back at all this stuff, or some people are going to learn this for the first time. I'm probably going to be one of them because I don't really know too much of the past. I'll be honest. But yeah, we're going to be like, oh man, so much crazy stuff.
Yeah, pretty much. And even, like, it's hard to explain, like, even, like, people who know something about, like, his past, like, the fact this movie really seems, it's gonna, like, personify things in, very, again, we were referring to the costumes in that, sort of way. There's this kind of, inside look kind of thing where, it feels a lot more personal,
Oh,
what I mean?
yeah, definitely. We'll get interpretations of, his thoughts, the meanings behind the songs, so many things that we can see and that we're gonna have the opportunity to see in this movie. And I'm so excited for it.
Yeah,
Cannot
definitely,
wait.
me too. I mean, the fact you said, what is this, your fourth time watching the trailer? Fourth or fifth?
Yeah.
Hey, I felt the same way when the Aaron Sorkin Steve Jobs movie came out, as well as Ready Player One and a ton of other movies. But yeah, I feel I know that feeling of when one trailer is just so damn good, you can't
You're
stop
like,
watching
why
it.
isn't it out already? I want to watch it so bad. But
yeah.
patience.
Yeah.
We must be patient. Okay.
I'm trying to find the IMDb page for.
Ooh, let me see. Oh, I found it.
Yeah, because I'm trying to recall the release date, May 17th, 2019, according to IMDb. So you won't have to wait until next Oscar season, because Oscar season 2018 is just starting. So yeah.
So excited.
So yeah, I guess we'll leave it here. So you got any last thoughts, Gabby, before you have to head out?
I'm just so excited.
Mm-hmm.
I am containing myself right now. You remember very well how I was by the end of the first time we viewed it.
Mm-hmm.
I was flipping out big time because it was just so amazing. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So leave us your thoughts down below. Everyone watching, your thoughts on the trailer.
Favorite Elton John song,
yes,
guys.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Like, I've definitely listened to my fair share of Elton John songs, but, I still feel like I could make some great discoveries. So please leave them all down below in the comments. This has been Gabby and Blood Moon Bobby. We're definitely excited for Rocketman, and thank you guys for watching.
Thank you. Bye.
Hey guys, be sure to like this Blood Moon Bobby video if you enjoyed it. Please share this video, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment. Be sure to ring the notification bell to be notified about my latest upload. Follow me on my social media pages at Blood Moon Bobby to find out about what I'll be covering next and for more of my opinions. Thanks for watching.